Welcome to another episode of Batman 3 Beyond Gotham and bonus episode. So, in the last episode we have completed the Quard planet, and now we have only one location left to do, and there's only a few left in that location currently. So we're going to go ahead and go in there, but before we do though, I'm actually going to show off one thing that you guys can do if you complete the game. But once you enter though, you have to do the level though. That's the only thing. So the bonus level is actually around here somewhere, which is actually at the Batcave, but that's actually where we're heading to in this episode today. But we're not going to do the bonus level, however. I'm going to do that on the actual playlist so you guys can see that at the very, very end. Okay? I'm only doing bonus quests and things you've got to do in each level. So just keep in mind of what you really have to do here. Alright. Now, we are going to go ahead and go to the trophy room, or the, up in here. What in the world? Whoa, what is this? Oh, you know what? Since there's a quest right here, may as well. Oh yeah. Actually, now that I think about it, this guy here, however, is wanting to see a polar bear. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and change that into a polar bear here, which I do have customized somewhere around here. Not in that area. Polar bear, sweet. So this guy, this character here is the polar bear.
Kidding me with this? Man, they told me I was coming to direct a hard-hitting documentary on everyday life in the Batcave. Not this garbage. I mean, get this. I'm supposed to work a fight between Superman and a polar bear or something. Oh, sure, because everyone knows polar bears just hang out in the Batcave. Why don't you just walk up to me right now and solve this very elaborate predicament I'm in? I mean, what? Look, man, I'm not in the mood right now, all right? Go sell your Girl Scout cookies somewhere. Kind of strong for a polar bear, but no, we can't beef up and post. Hey, the pay's half now, half later. Deal? All right, Snowball, let's make you a star.
So the idea here is that you're going to get Kevin Smith after you complete his quest. So we're going to go ahead and change into the cow here. Alright. Now, since we are the cow, so we're going to go ahead and go this way a little bit. And we're gonna go in here, being that there's a cow right up there, as you guys can see. Now, in order to get up to him though, I don't have the flight, so we're gonna go ahead and go up this little path here, which does move. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and talk to the cow here. Holy cow! That is one utterly impressive outfit. For a moment I thought I would have to hire a mill maid, but you seem far more qualified. Okay, so indeed. So we get none other than a gold brick. Now, the only thing is that we're gonna go ahead and re-exit. We're gonna exit and then re-enter. But before we do so, we're gonna turn back into our actual own super arrow. So we're gonna go ahead and go back and then re-enter. Now, see, now the cow is back. I wonder what it's got stored for us here this time around. And I landed in the circle just perfectly. You guys seen that? That was awesome. Alright, let's see what this cow's got. Churning as we go. With my sidekick appointed, all that's left to do is put them through the So so the idea here is that he wants us to go right in here and hop into this. Now, the idea here is that you have to find the quest that he wants us to go. So churning as we go. So we're gonna go ahead, go to this quest here, and we're gonna go ahead and do that. Now the idea here, though, that we have to defeat 10 of these, but it won't be as easy. It won't be as easy because you have to knock them clean right out of the field. See what I mean? It's not that easy. So taking them out shouldn't be that hard for you. Now, that is done. But we have So, now, this is where it gets a little tricky. Come on. Come on, man. Let me up, man. Yeah, see, this is where it gets a little bit challenging. So you really want to really pay attention where the waves go and where you have to be in order to get... Yeah, naturally you have to be somewhere where you can actually go. So, that is basically a VR mission. Now, there will be another one, however. Excuse me. So, we have done that. Pretty easy. But we actually have our Batcave heroes back. But I ain't gonna let that stop me from doing my quests. Okay? So, I'm actually gonna go back in here and see what else we can do in here. And it seems like there's
anyone around here speak chimp?
Alright, in case you guys don't know, that you can get Chimp Detective. But there's only one quest of him. So getting him, though, is pretty easy. So, I'm actually going to turn into the Super Senses here, because that is what's required in this quest here.
Tell me you're from Animal Control. This stupid simian's been dancing around, pointing at stuff, and wearing that hat like he owns the place. Anyone would think there's some kind of mystery to solve or something. You don't suppose he could be pointing at clues?
So the idea is that finding out where these footprints go.
Except in this case, the stupid monkey doesn't do anything. Yeesh.
Okay, so we need a character that can actually dig here. Which is not a Robin here. So we're going to go ahead and find somebody that allows us to dig. So we're going to go ahead and turn into none other than story character Green Lantern. So we're going to go ahead and have him dig it up with a jackhammer. Oh, what in the name of heaven is this? Alright. So I'm going to switch characters here, or switch suits into this.
Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle. Looks like there really was some mystery afoot after all. Guess I owe you an apology, detective. Ha ha! Here, I'll take this if I were you. This flea bag might look fancy with its deer stalker, but as soon as your back stirs, he'll chew it to pieces.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we have earned the Detective Chimp. So, we're going to go ahead and buy him, actually, while I'm doing the quest here. I'm going to go ahead and buy him, which is right here, and he's only 65k, so we're going to go ahead and buy him. However, though, he's quite useful. I have not used him myself, but I've heard that he's quite useful in some ways. So now, we're going to go ahead and try to find some other quests that we can do except for going up in there. So we're going to go in here, in the trophy room. However, there is a quest in here, but are we able to do it though?
Come on, just give me a...
Alright, so right here, this is quite interesting.
Come on already, you green meanie! Just tell me!
My franchise compadre. What kind of thriller would I be if I answered my own riddle?
Whoa! This guy's really grinding my gears. If I don't find the answer to this riddle, it's gonna bother me forever! Oh, and some bomb's supposed to go off in some town or something. Did he have time?
To recap, you asked me where is the device that will deactivate the bomb in the metropolis sewers. And I said, two bodies have a double joined in one. The longer I stand, the quicker I run.
So, the idea though here is that to actually answer that riddle, if you come over here and you see there's a lever right back here. So we're going to go ahead and pull it.
Hourglass!
Well. It seems there is a brain under that fancy little hat of yours. And now you understand the satisfaction of solving a difficult problem yourself.
Yeah, I guess. But did you really have to threaten to destroy an entire town just to teach me a lesson?
Well, how else would you do it?
I think I'll let you solve that riddle yourself. Yikes! Thanks for the help, Bob.
So basically, you had to pull the lever and just complete the quest. That's it. That's all it is. Now, we're going to go back into the main area here. Now, the quest is up here. Now, to actually do this though, this one should be easy enough for you guys. I actually did a little research on this. It seems like it's very easy, but something you really have to do in certain games. No one likes doing it at all, but you have to do it at some point. So, let's see what they have to say.
All right, show people, gather around. We're about to start making the show. Now that we've cast our quote-unquote polar bear, the script calls for a fight between our furry friend and Superman. Well, Superman's business, but here to accept the role on behalf of Superman himself is everybody's second favorite Superboy. Don't worry, we'll be coming for you.
Can I just play myself? Or just get the real Superman?
Yourself? What an interesting idea. Very artistic. What do you think about it? No. Okay, everyone ready? Get green screens, just head to the VR console when you're all set. And don't forget to win, Superman.
So the general game here is that you have to die in
Whoa,
this.
whoa, Boogala, baby. What's the matter? Don't you worry, man. Nobody ever...
You have to die in this one. You really
Press
have
the
to.
button,
Otherwise,
and the
it's
rest
not.
is
It's gonna be a
luck.
fail if you do. If you don't, basically. Bare-fisted beatdown. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. So the idea here is that you have to go into the area that turns red, basically.
Aren't you supposed to let me win? Stop avoiding my attacks, will ya? Aren't you supposed to let me win?
So basically the idea though is that you have to die in this one. You're the villain in here, and he's trying to save the day. So that's basically the idea here, in that one. So at some point you really have to. At some point.
Oh, nice job in there, guys. Nice job. So, Super Baby, I could have done with a little more from you. So you might put up more to fight.
Aww.
Well, we got what we got. Nothing we can't fix in post. Am I right? Here's your pay. See you at the wrap party.
Now. Alright, let's get out. Let's get out of there. That's only the 2 VR missions you have to do in this entire time. So, you don't have to do any more VR missions unless you're really that desperate of doing more. So keep in mind, if you really are desperate of doing VR missions, be my guest. Because I don't want to tell you, you don't need to do it, but be my guest, however. What the heck is in here? Oh, whatever! I did not notice this in here. This is where you actually get the customization up in here. That's crazy. I never would have thought of that. Okay. I thought I was only supposed to do it in the watchtower, but this is actually all new to me. Right up in here. This is all new, basically. I never would have thought this was in here. I really didn't. Tell you honestly, I did not even think this was in here. I thought that was just a mere wall, but it actually turns out to be a door. Yeah. Guess what? You learn something new every day. Yeah, you do. You learn something new every day. So it looks like we got a quest over here.
Kind of awesome, but really bad.
So we're gonna go ahead and talk to this guy.
Oh man, Catwoman stole my film. Wait a second. Catwoman stole my film reel! It rocks! Wait a second. Catwoman stole my film reel! It has the bottom end of that stupid, awesome polar bear fight on it. This movie might be garbage like all my other movies, but it's my garbage. You know what I'm asking you to do, right, buddy? You gotta get it better.
The idea here, though, is that you have to find out where Catwoman has hidden the film reel. So I'm actually going to turn into a character that I can actually use that has super senses and have the ability of flight at the same time. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, so it looks like there's some studs going this direction. Okay.
You came to take that film reel back. I'm sorry, but that movie is an utter catastrophe. And I know it's going to about bad movies. So I've hidden it somewhere where it can do no harm.
Alright. So it seems like it's going to go back down this way. Right here. Okay, well, let's go ahead and try to find it. Okay, so right down here. So basically the idea is that you gotta follow the studs. The main idea of this. Okay, so it looks like we're gonna go ahead and go this way. And it turns out it's right here the entire time. Now, we're gonna go ahead and fly all the way back. And then return it to him.
Oh, look at you. You got it back already. Wish you'd thought to get off, but no matter. Turns out it wasn't such a big deal after all. The studio just called saying they want the polar bear fight scrapped in favor of giant robot spiders. So, yeah. Sorry to wait for this, but hey, you got to be Catwoman, am I right? Right? Benjamin?
Seems like that the characters are going to be a little bit bright, so you gotta bear with it for now. Did not realize that just now. Alright, now we're gonna go ahead and go all the way up here into the trophy room. And there's not yet another quest yet to be found yet. But to figure out how many quests are left, and you have to figure out how many are left, go to the actual location that you're at, click on it, and then I'm going to show you right here. This right here shows how many quests you have left and how many you've done. So I have done 9, and there's only 13 in that location. So, we're actually going to go ahead and find the rest of the 4 quests that's up in here. So we're going to go ahead and try to find... Oh!
Not so bad.
So, it looks like we might have to do something here.
Oh, man.
Dot and bothered. Oh, my favorite one to do. Even though I haven't done it, but it's my favorite to actually do this.
And man, these buns are very close. Listen to this. Dot's up, Doc. You're in a dot of bother now. Dot makes up. Dot talks up. Do what they see.
Polka Dot Man. So the main idea here is that we have to defeat this guy. Good job there, Robin. Give it up. Good. I didn't even have to do nothing. That's pretty good. Alright, Polka Dot Man. Coming at me. Come at me, buddy. Just come at me. You seen that? I just went up and smashed the ground and I made him flew. It's pretty awesome. Come on, Robin. Take him, take him, take him, take him, take him. You ain't taking me. Come on, Robin. You should take him down, man. Well, looks like I have to. Come at me. Back it up. It's like, you know what? Just back it up. Yep, that should take care of him.
There is serious dot water. You know, like hot water, but not because it's dot. No, I think dot water is harder to make than I thought. Give it up for the poor Superman. I kind of feel bad for old folks. But not that bad. Here, man, have a sip.
So now we have unlocked Polka Dot Man. And let me just say his abilities are quite interesting. Now, we're gonna go ahead and try to find some other quests, which we only have 3 more left to do. And I bet you they're all found right in here. So let's go ahead and go in there.
Well, that's another bill. Tick off my bingo card.
Huh. Alright. Kevin Smith. Hi there, buddy.
Oh, man, you just missed Toy Man, man. He was here.
Oh, actually, this is actually another VR mission.
Fabulous boy. Why would anyone
Dang it.
want to leave it?
I thought there was only 2, but there's actually 3. My bad.
Trap people in there forever, and I was all, wait. You know, now that I think about it, that doesn't sound very family friendly at all. I think the folks using that VR console might need some rescue.
Alright. So this is actually is another VR mission.
Something about not playing nice, or no, toys breaking people. I think that was it. I don't know. Whatever it was really hilarious and only mildly meant.
Alright. So the idea, though, is that you're going to go in here again.
Let you access a whole bunch of virtual training.
You're going to go in here again. And then you're going to go right here. Virtual Insanity. Now, the main idea of this one is that you have to save the civilians that are in here. Don't mind my camera, it's being a little bit of a pain in the neck. So that's basically the idea of that. So now, I don't think we're going to be doing another simulator yet again. So we're going to go ahead and return to the Batcave here.
Nice work! Well done! Whew, impressive. Seriously, when did video games have to be so punishing? I mean, the best ones just let you die over and over with very little consequence, other than losing stuff. Here, the guys you rescued wanted you to have this. I only ate half.
Toyman is now been unlocked. And we got ourselves a gold brick. Not bad. Now, there's only 2 more quests left to do, and then that's all the quests we have to do in the entire game, ladies and gentlemen. And that's all we have to do. So I'm going to be Detective Chimp. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and go back in here. There might be another quest up in here somewhere. And it turns out there is not. So, we're going to go ahead and find out where the other 2 quests are found. And yes, there's only 2 left. And yes, look at that. It's way over here. So we're going to go ahead and follow the blue arrow here.
Good old memory lane. Or memory cave. Yes, yes.
So who are you? Rose tinted tumble. Or rumble, my bad.
Batman and I, busting times. Going it alone is great. There's something about being a sidekick. Oh, I just spotted some goons over here. Let's go get them, you and me. I'll be your sidekick. Come on. Holy Jesus crackers, Batman.
Detective Chimp actually does pretty good, don't you think?
Tigers, Batman. There, Batman. Holy sweet potato and goat cheese ravioli and a saffron reduction, Batman. Wow, that was new. I think I might have a few more issues to work through here. Thanks for the help, partner, but I think I may need to be my own sidekick for a while.
So we have unlocked Nightwear. Oh, down here. Oh, okay. Now I need somebody with a ability of flight here, which I do have one on mind, and he is gonna come right back in, ladies and gentlemen. Super Arrow in the motion.
Number 3,498. Please.
Oh, Aquaman, what you doing here?
199. Clean! Keep up the good work, fellas. Isn't this fun? Nothing like a nice, relaxing water sanitation check. Now
Now you can't see it, but right now a million tiny microbes are busy inspecting every drop of that water for even the most minute contaminant. What's that? Neptune's nail scissors! It's Black Manta, defiling my precious water! Quickly, we need to put a stop to that maritime menace.
So, this is actually the final last quest. Alright, so now I'm gonna bring in Mr. Freeze here. Alright. So as you can see, you have to avoid his three jumps and attack him after he's done with that. So that's what it seems like you have to do.
H2, oh yeah! That's how it's done. Run home to your mama, Ray, you washed up wimp. Now that he's taken care of, we can resume the sanitation check. Speaking of which, the microbes came across this contaminant before. Would you mind disposing of it for me?
Turns out to be a gold brick, thank you. Now, that is actually all the quests that we can do in this entire game, I think. Oh, hold on. Wrong button. Yeah, naturally, that's all the quests we can do. So, 11 quests up in here in the Watchtower. All of them done. Hall of Justice is done. The Hall of Doom is done, even though it's not showing it. Quad, finished. Akara, finished. Yasmalt, finished. Nock, finished. Odom, finished. Sammaron, finished. So that is actually going to be it for this video. So if you like this video, please leave a like and a comment. And until next time, I'm Survival Man 1. I'll catch you guys in the next episode of any excitement that comes your way. I'll be around. Peace out.